Good morning. Okay, so what we're doing this morning is backfills. So as you could see, I hope you could see that my client has some, she hasn't been in 2 weeks, okay? So her cuticle area is bare. So she's gonna need a backfill, which is when we're gonna cut out the white and we're going to lay in some new zone 3, which is the pink area. So what you're gonna do is push the cuticles back. Okay. And then you're going to, if there's any lifting, you may need to come in and just gently just pick any of the lifting off just a little bit. You kind of want to file it more than you want to pick it, but sometimes we have to pick just a little bit. All right, so then you're going to rebalance, just blending out where the nail grew out. Okay. I'm going to do that on both of these fingers. And then you're going to take your e-file. Now I have my barrel bit. You could do this with other bits as well, and we'll go over our bits. But you want to do this at a speed that you could control. And what you're going to do is you're going to hold your e-file and you're going to cut out the smile line. So just gently start cutting out the smile line first. Okay, you can see I'm cutting out my smile line. See that? Now, if you're doing pink and whites, you want to make sure that you get this white a little thinned out, because if you don't and you put just white in the area where the stress point is, you're going to see a difference in the white from the previous fill. There'll be a little discoloration most likely. So you want to make sure that you get that. All right, so you could see, I'm going to flip it this way. You could see that I've cut out the smile line. Can you all see that? So I have zone 1 and zone 3 that I need to refill, okay? I'm going to put product back in there. And then again, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to just gently start cutting out the smile line where I want the smile line to typically be when I do a pink and white nail. Because remember, this client that we're doing right here, she hasn't been in about 4 weeks. So the pink, or the white is grown out. You want to be careful when you're working with your file, your e-file, that you're remaining flat on the artificial nail, because you don't want to go into a 45 because you could cut into their natural nail. So be mindful. All right, so again, I've just kind of removed that zone 1 right out of there, okay? And I like the way my smile line looks, but if you don't, you also can go in and just kind of touch it up just a little bit if you're feeling some type of way about it. You could do that. I know some of you like to go in and file like this, but you don't have to. Once you get your tool down and you use your eye as your tool as well, you typically won't have to do that. All right. So then I'm going to take a little alcohol I'm going to use that as my dehydrator, and I'm going to remove the dust from the nail plate. Okay. And then at this point, you're going to use your bonder, which is your primer. And remember, do not overflood with primer, not the hyponychium. You're just going to put it on the natural nail where the natural nail is showing. And that would be right here in zone 3. All right, so now we've prepped our backfill. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our white, our pink, and our clear, and we're gonna start doing nails. All right, so let me get my brush wet. I'm gonna clean my brush, make sure that it's good. And then, okay, so you're gonna dip just the tip, like we always do in the brush, just the flag. And then you're gonna go in your white at a 45-degree angle, only grabbing what you could control. Get you a bead. And you're gonna go into zone 1, and you're just gonna pat it across that smile line, replacing the white that you just removed because it was grown out. Okay. And again, this should be easy because you kind of have a guide because you cut out your backfill area. So you could kind of use it as a guide of where to lay it in, and you could smooth your smile line, right? Once you've done that, then you could get a small bead going into zone 3 of your cuticle area, and you're just gonna fill zone 3, putting your brush at a 45-degree angle and patting it down. Now remember, if you take your pink across your white, just wipe it off like that, ensuring that you don't have any product on the cuticle or sidewall areas. And then you're going to take a little bit of clear, and you're just gonna pat it across. And seal between the pink and the white. Okay, that way there's no recession in between the pink and the white. All right, so let's do that again. All right, again, dip your brush in and go into your white. Grabbing only what you could control, okay? And you're gonna lay it down, pat it across the smile line. And like I said, it should be fairly easy just to fill that in and have a really nice smile line because you've already cut it out. You kind of have a guide there, okay? If for any reason you see something that you don't like, you'd always take your brush and just gently go across your white smile line and just perfect it. All right, so then go to zone 3 with your pink bead. Grab a small pink bead, and you're just gonna fill in the 2-week fill area. Okay, at a 45-degree angle, you're gonna hold your brush, making sure that your pink is flush next to your cuticle, and you're gonna blend it out. And then if for any reason you get it on your cuticle, just swipe like this, pat it down, or sidewall area, just swipe it off before it dries. Okay? And then we know that there's gonna be a small recession area right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a tiny little clear bead, and we're gonna put it in the smile line area, and we're gonna pat it across. And we're just going to blend it out. Here's a little area I just want to add a little pink. I'm just going to put a tiny little baby because I think that when I file that, I'll see natural nail. So I'm just going to go in and just touch it up real quick. And I think I'm good. And that is a backfill. It's that easy. It's going to take practice, so just be patient with yourself. When you're practicing backfills, just do a full set of pink and whites or two-tone application, and then use your barrel bit and cut out your smile line. And you could even go against like the cuticle area and, you know, kind of file down that area to make it look like you have a 2-week fill that's due, so that you could practice a proper, you know, pink and white backfill. And then we are going to file. Remember, if you're using a brand new file on your client, you want to make sure that we should make sure that I was about to just file on the nail that I just finished. You want to make sure that your file is not sharp or along the edges, and that when you are filing, that you're taking the nail in the direction, or excuse me, the file in the direction that you want your nail to go. Okay. And then you're going to use round movements when you're filing, making sure that you work your cuticle area and the top of your nail plate, just to make sure that there's no recessions or bumps or lumps, right? If you have, you know, good consistency with your product, you usually won't have that issue with bumps and lumps. And then you could go in and you could just fine tune with your e-file, and just, you know, do any fine tuning you need. And then again, we're going to do this nail. Just filing it, using round movements, shaping in the direction that we want our nail to go in. Once you get the hang of doing backfills, you can make a lot of money with backfills. You get to charge more. It is, you know, more work, but it's kind of rewarding because you see when your clients come in that their nails are, you know, a little, you know, like they need to, basically. You know, the white is grown out. You're starting to see the natural nail come out of where the white was. And so you could tell that they really need a backfill, and, you know, their normal 2-week fill as well. And then at this point, you could buff. Oops. And then send your client for, you know, to wash her hands or their hands. And then once they come back, you could top coat them with either gel polish, regular polish, or even like a buffing cream, just for a high shine. and you're done. And it's that easy. Check it out, guys. What do you think? All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know when we get on our discussion. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.